Well, I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Judge Steve Leifman. And what we're going to be talking about this morning is pretty much how to keep mentally ill people out of prison. Judge, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to have you on the program.
Appreciate it.
Now, I know you had a session this morning on this particular subject. Give us a feel of what you were talking about.
Well, I was explaining to people that it's very sad, but our jails have become the largest psychiatric facilities in this country. But there's some wonderful strategies that we should be employing, and that there's a better way to do this. We have about 1.5 million people a year with serious mental illnesses getting arrested. On any given day in the United States, there's about 550,000 people with serious mental illnesses in jail and prisons, and another 900,000 on some type of community control. And so it shouldn't be that way. It's very expensive. It's expensive to them, their families, as well as to the society. And so one of the things that we're teaching judges to do and psychiatrists is to work together and to figure out better strategies. But that means teaching our law enforcement, for instance, how to handle people with mental illnesses. There's a program called Crisis Intervention Team Policing that we teach our law enforcement. We have psychiatrists help teach them as well. And we teach them how to identify someone who's in a mental health crisis, how to de-escalate, and where to take them as opposed to arresting them. It's been so successful that in Miami, just the city of Miami and Miami-Dade police departments, which are just 2 of 38 agencies, handled 10,000 mental health calls last year and only arrested 45 people, which is miraculous. And so as a result, in Dade County, we had the largest drop of a jail audit in the United States, from over 7,000 to just over 5,000.
So if you can do it in Dade County, why can't we do it in the rest of the country?
You can, because if you can get it there, you can do it anywhere, I assure you. We're a very diverse, very unique community, but at the same time, it can be done elsewhere. And the other part of it is we're using psychiatry to help teach judges how to identify someone who may be in court, so we don't inadvertently escalate the situation, and we learn how to deal with the person more appropriately. And then we work with the community to develop diversion type programs that we could send them to so that they can get access to treatment.
That's all. A lot of people say that's all very well and good. You know, but at the end of the day, it comes down to money. Where are the funds to pay for programs, the ones that you're talking about?
Well, the sad thing is we're spending it now. The fastest growing population in Florida's prisons are people with mental illnesses. It's grown by 170% in 10 years.
170% in 10 years?
8,000 to 18,000 in 10 years. And it's growing so fast that Florida thinks that they need to build 10 new prisons just for people with mental illnesses. Well, the cost to build and operate 10 new prisons over 10 years is $4 billion. And you know, it's really sad that to think a society would be spending more money to incarcerate someone that's sick than to treat them. And so we're working with the state to say, hey, don't spend the money there, move it into the front end so that we can keep people out. And they're starting to think that way, because the only good thing about the bad economy is they don't have the dollars to spend on these new deep end systems either. And so we're working together to try to set up better programs to do that. And it's effective. I mean, it's an illness. It needs to be treated like an illness, and people can recover.
So what's your, final question, what's your, what's your message for this particular audience?
Well, I think psychiatry needs to work with the justice system, that we need to collaborate, we need to learn each other's systems, we need the doctors to help teach us about the illnesses, and we need to teach them on how to better work with this population so that we can keep them healthy and in resiliency and recovery. And that's really the bottom line to this. And if we can do that, I think we'll all make a big difference.
Well, Judge, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you.